Happy April. I hope you're having a wonderful month. Okay. I think this is a really good throw, and I think you should take advantage of these opportunities and not be led astray, not be led down. Um, I mean, everyone's path is different, but for a lack of a better way to put it, don't sell yourself out for something short term when in fact you can have the whole castle here, okay, is where I'm going to go with this. Because what we come in with is the Tower card and the King of Cups, okay? Now we've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Ten of Coins. And we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay? What I feel is going on here, I think it's great. I think that some of you have, maybe reached the pinnacle of your career or whatever it is that you do for a living, and you're worried about, I can't tell if you're retiring or if you're worried about losing your inheritance, financials, stocks, things like that, in whatever capacity that is for you. Or it could actually be, things that you've done are outlived. You need a career change, you need some kind of job change, either you do something else. I think that what I want to say here too is that I feel that there's some kind of I think with the Tower card, maybe I feel there might be some kind of dispute over inheritance, and that can be financial, it can be anything from, anything. It doesn't need to be monetary, but I think it's got it's got value to it, whatever. So you may be in confrontation with, some legalities in reference to an inheritance somehow, okay? For others of you, there's a big, I think your career reaches a peak somehow, and that either means that you can't go any further from here, but I think what you're really worried about is loss of finances. The key here with that, I feel, is logic and wisdom, right? You're going to need to instill that here. Old worn out traditions, obstacles can be removed here. I think that for some of you, you're not wanting to, I think you're changing on many fronts. I think you're not wanting to do the same things. You're wanting to do different things. I think your belief systems are changing. I think how you spend your days are changing. I think you've got new ideas. Some of you may be going back to school, maybe getting a different skill set. For some of you, though, I think you're still maybe stuck somewhere. I hope not, because I think that a lot of doors open here, but there's still, if there's a relationship, something that's going on here, and it's more about there's no substance there. It's more about the seduction of it all. You want to tread lightly there, because there's some, I don't think it's going to be as fulfilling for you as you think it is, right? So if you're getting, if you're kind of in the back of your mind thinking, does this have longevity? You may want to really just think that, right? I think some of you also have really great, I think things are coming together there may have been in a strange relationship. It may have been a family dynamic of some sort. It could be with siblings. It could be with someone that there may have been estranged relationships. I think those get onto a understanding kind of standpoint. I think you're not at a place where it's um, you may not see eye to eye 100%, but you've kind of come to the resolve of just making peace with things the way that it is, right? Um, for some of you on the career front, I feel there is someone who is, I think it's this person, right? It doesn't need to be a female, but I think that someone uh, really does play a role in um, enhancing your social status in some regard here. It may be someone that you're shadowing, someone that is mentoring you, but there is someone, if you're not aware of this, there is someone in your surroundings. I think you are aware of it though, because I think that they've they're watching out for you, or they're helping you, or it can be some kind of alliance that you've made. Um, but I feel that for some of you, your success, your career is steady. I think it's steady, it's nice, it's not outstanding, but it's in a good place. Your life really this feels like a very balanced reading, a really balanced reading. Um, I think some of you have just come to places where you've just come to the resolve that you're just going to start to do things a little bit differently, right? Some of you, I think, uh, watch your aggressions, and by that I mean just don't. There may be a look before you leap, right? I don't see anything negative. It's just you wanna, once things are out, you can't really take them back. So I don't think you have the intention of doing this, but it could happen, right? I assure you, I know how this goes. Um, for some of you too, I think that you have a good balance within yourself. And I've recently been reminded of this as well. That there's, I think there could be someone too that's in law enforcement, military. Either way, you live your life. You'd love to live your life, I should say, in a life of seclusion, right? Like out in the wilderness, a cabin where no one can find you. Um, but I think that your career keeps you geographically in a place where you'd rather not be. So it's a delicate balance between those. I think that someone really likes to be out in nature, really likes to, it's important to spend time, alone, time in contemplation, time in reflection, because I think what that does is it really keeps you propelled forward and able to do your career. This may be, like I say, law enforcement. It may be something that requires, all of our lives need to be balanced. But this, I feel, if I'm getting it as a message, you're being told to really not let this fall by the wayside. Meditation, time alone, because I think that this is crucial to whatever it is that propels the other parts of your life to run smoothly, right? I think it's all a delicate balance. What goes for you here, what really works for you, is you've got the 10 of coins here, right? I think that though it's a matter of wanting more, uh, you know, spreading knowledge, spreading wisdom, paying it forward, right? Maybe you're mentoring someone, maybe you're taking someone under your wing, or vice versa. But either way, there's new creative ideas, there's new fresh perspectives on things. And we don't need to critique 1,000 areas of our lives. I feel though that there's a flow here. There's things that you're leaving behind. There's life-changing events here, and they don't need to be the ones that are on television or this or that. It's just your life is really just, it's like it's settling down. Did you ever have like I know it's the crazy analogy, but like a pillow fight, right? And all the crap is flying through the air, but then it just settles itself down. I feel that settling down in here. I feel that you've just found your drop spot. There's no more entanglements. There's not that life is ever perfect, but what was your just obstacles are removed, traditions that are outworn, right? They're just not, you're kind of making your own, I'm okay to be okay with this. You know what I mean? And I really don't need anyone's approval for it. That's an amazing place to be, and you don't get there easily, right? And usually though, that when you get there, it's that you've just gotten there. You've arrived, right? So basically for April, Aries, you've arrived. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep these videos short, but I'm telling you, your success is in a good spot. Your career is in a good spot. You're wanting to change things up. For some of you, you're going in a different direction. Don't worry about your finances. Just don't make crazy choices, right? Logic and wisdom, right, is what you want to do here. You're not going to, if there's some kind of, again, that seduction thing comes up here. If there's a relationship that you're going down a path with and you're not quite sure who this person is, and you think that there's something entangled financially there where you may lose something, you're being asked to use wisdom and logic there. So if something in the back of your mind is saying, oh, this is probably not going to turn out well, heed that warning, okay? Because you've got a lot going for you now. Your life is going in a really great direction. That's why I'm saying these are old things, like something that you don't want to get tangled. Your life is going in such a great direction. It's heading in such a great direction that you don't want to fall back on things that are superficial. You want things that are concrete and long-standing, right? That's kind of where you're going here. Again, I think there are relationships in here, new ones. I think everything in your life is going to a different level. It's not superficial. It's really thought out and stable and secure. And I think that it's really great because that's been a long time coming. I know it, guys. Trust me. I've got a lot of Aries in my chart. But I think your finances are in a good spot. If they're not, they will be. Just don't make crazy choices. Don't do things that normally. Be practical, okay? Let things go that are not needed any longer, worn out. Your life needs to fit you. It needs to fit you and nobody else, really. Again, I think there's something in here about paying wisdom forward. So if you are thinking you want to start something where you get your word out there in whatever context that is to you, now is the go time. Now is the time to get the planning process in place for that, okay? Take care of yourself. Again, there's that delicate balance of doing and receiving on all fronts, and that can be pampering yourself too, right? Okay, so again, make the choices this month that are, how do I say this? Make choices in your life that don't make your life harder. Your goal here is to have a reserve, not wear yourself down, be balanced on all fronts, and watch for opportunities because they're here, okay? And call ceasefires in family dynamics that look at the bigger picture from that. Is really fighting with this person on a daily basis, or being upset with this person on a daily basis is it really worth it, right? Because I think that you call a ceasefire on something in that regard. And that doesn't mean you have to see 100% eye to eye, but it means that it's just not worth the effort any longer to keep the great divide going. So that's what I think you have going for you. I think you have a lot going for you. I think you're going to start to see things change here. Again, nature is very important, but that's a very misunderstood word. It doesn't mean going out and sitting in a field somewhere. Nature is just being aware and being present in your surroundings and being grateful for the things that you've got and your day to day. Don't speed through your life so fast that you don't remember, what it's about. So there you go. Happy April.